Imagine walking past a church at night and seeing one of its statues slowly turn its head toward you. That's what dozens of locals claimed in the quiet town of Briar's Hollow, a statue that wasn't supposed to move did. But when one man finally dared to get closer, the truth he uncovered was darker and far more human than anyone expected. Stay to the end, because what investigators found hidden inside that statue turned an urban legend into one of the most disturbing unsolved crimes in New England history. Briar's Hollow was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone, a fishing town with fog that rolled in like clockwork. At the center of town stood St. Mary's Chapel, a small stone church built in the 1800s. In front of it, a marble statue of St. Lucia, patron saint of light and justice, had watched over the square for nearly a century. Locals said that on certain foggy nights, you could see her shift, a tilt of the head, a turn of the hand. Sometimes her eyes seemed to follow you. For decades, it was just folklore, until October 14, 2017. That night, Harold Dean, a retired fisherman, was walking home past the church when he swore he saw the statue step off its pedestal. He ran home shaking. By morning, he was found dead in his bed, of what doctors called a sudden cardiac arrest. But his wife insisted he died scared. After Harold's death, strange things started happening around St. Mary's. Offerings left at the statue vanished overnight. Security lights flickered every time someone approached. The pastor, Father O'Malley, found footprints in the wet grass leading to and stopping at the statue's base. Then came the vandalism reports. Graffiti scrawled behind the chapel read, "She sees what you did." The local police dismissed it as teenagers. But when two teens, Amber Vaughn and Tyler Cross, went missing after sneaking into the churchyard one night to film a prank video, everything changed. Their phones were found near the statue. Both devices had dead batteries. The final video clip lasted just 8 seconds. The statue's eyes seemed to flash white before the screen went black. Detective Lydia Reyes, newly transferred from Boston PD, was assigned to the case. At first, she thought it was superstition gone wild, until she reviewed footage from the chapel's ancient CCTV system. Between 1:42 and 1:44 a.m., something moved behind the statue, a shadow, distinctly human-shaped. But the camera glitched immediately after, and the file was corrupted. When investigators removed the statue for examination, they made a horrifying discovery. The statue was hollow, and inside were remnants of human hair, blood, and an old gas mask, coated with dust. A forensic team dated the blood to the 1970s. Records from that time revealed a series of disappearances. 5 women who had all volunteered at the church between 1972 and 1974. The primary suspect back then? Brother Simon Hayes, a caretaker who vanished after police began asking questions. Rumor had it that Hayes believed St. Lucia's statue could absorb sins, and he began holding secret purification rituals with women who confessed to him. The women were never seen again. When the statue was finally x-rayed, inside were bone fragments, buttons, and a rosary melted into the base. DNA confirmed. The remains belonged to 2 of the missing volunteers. The statue wasn't moving. Someone had been inside it, using its hollow core to hide bodies and to terrorize anyone who got too close. As news broke, St. Mary's was closed indefinitely. But the case wasn't over. A week after the discovery, security cameras caught someone entering the locked church at 2 a.m. The intruder was hooded and carried a bouquet of lilies. They knelt in front of the empty pedestal, whispering. When officers arrived minutes later, the intruder was gone, leaving only a note that read, "Forgive me, Father. The penance is not yet done." The handwriting matched Brother Hayes' old records, but he would be over 90 years old if still alive. Today, the statue is kept in an evidence facility under federal watch. Tourists and locals still gather outside the boarded-up church, some swearing they can hear faint knocking sounds coming from inside the storage crate. Detective Reyes retired a year later. When asked if she believed the legend, she only said, "There's faith, there's fear, and sometimes they look a lot alike." So what do you think? Was the statue haunted by the sins it was made to hide? Or has someone been keeping the crimes of Brother Hayes alive for decades?